Hello. Hello, my name is Bryce Tubbs. Welcome to today's episode. With me today is Desiree Musselman, and she is helping small business owners take their companies to greater heights. She's a trainer of emotional intelligence and soft skills, and I'm super excited to be able to share her story with you today. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Desiree.
Hey, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. And for those watching, if you haven't already, go and check out our free community. It's basically a mastermind where people come together and support each other every single day. So if that's what you've been missing in your life and, these kind of unique times, come and join us inside. Cannot wait to see you there. Now, back to Desiree, what was life like before you got into coaching? What was the catalyst that really brought you into the field?
So I was really pulled in several different directions. I worked for a corporation for 17 years, doing a ton of different things, and gained a lot of experience over those years. And because of that, I was getting pulled in every different direction you could think of. And I enjoy helping others. So I found myself volunteering for everything. And if I wasn't volunteering because I was overwhelmed, I was getting volunteered for it. So from sales to inventory control, operations, training, coaching, whatever, it was like they would plug me in wherever I could go. And I was getting burned out. And the thing that was fulfilling me the most was the coaching and the development. And it just became my passion and what made me want to really kind of leave that to be able to focus on what was really fulfilling me in life.
That's really important to be able to kind of listen to yourself and listen to your passion. Do you have any tips for someone who might be watching who, feels like there's something greater out there, but doesn't really know exactly how to identify that?
There's a lot of self-searching that goes into it. Obviously, like I said, I was in that company for 17 years, but I've been a lifelong learner. And one of the biggest things that helped me figure out what was really motivating me was learning about emotional intelligence and being able to self-assess what was making me happy and what wasn't. And that was a big, huge step for me to figure out and be confident enough to leave a 17-year-long career to be able to go and do what I'm doing now.
Yeah. That's really interesting. I'm glad that you had the courage to do that and really are helping a lot of people out.
I'm trying.
Let me ask this question. So nowadays, what problem are people generally coming to you to solve, and what are they dealing with when they come to you?
I would say the biggest things that they're trying to work on when they come to work with me is being effective in their role as a leader, or even in their lives. They want to take action or get over some roadblocks that are in the way. And they're really just trying to find that joy in their lives, whether that joy is trying to find it in their work or in their home or in themselves, like building that self-confidence is probably the biggest thing. They just want to be more impactful with their teams. They want to be more inspiring. And you have to work to find joy in what you're doing. It just doesn't naturally happen. And I think everybody kind of has that misconception that everything is magically going to be joyful and fulfilling without putting any work into it if you find that right thing. And that's just it's not the case. You got to look for the joy in what makes you happy.
Mm-hmm. I think the last time we spoke, the sentence came up. A lot of us, don't like being where we are at. Always looking for that, before the quarantine, people were saying that they wanted a vacation, but then during quarantine, they wanted to go back to work. Can you really talk about, firstly, what are some ways we can do to really be more present now and to really understand and really take joy in where we are right now?
One of the biggest thing, and I use this with, I trained college recruits that were new into the company. Mindfulness is a big, huge focus creator. And a lot of people think it's very like frou-frou or a little nutty. I'll be fair on that. And I think there's a big difference between meditation and what people think meditation is, and mindfulness meditation. And in just 5 to 10 minutes a day working with my trainees, their focus would increase over 5 months tremendously just by doing mindfulness exercises, and not meditation, just mindfulness. And I think it's underrated in being able to stay in the moment of what you're trying to do. And we've pushed for so many years to multitask and have 2 screens going and try to do everything that you can, but it's not working smarter. It's actually working harder because you're not focusing on what you're doing. So focus is definitely a big key.
And can you talk about maybe one of the biggest takeaways from this kind of quarantine time?
The biggest takeaway, you hear a lot of them, pivoting and being able to relax. I think for leaders, like what I deal with, is learning to trust your associates, learning to trust yourself, taking steps to be able to feel confident that what you're doing while working at home or in the new reality, that you're not going to make a mistake. You're going to do the best thing that you possibly can with your past experiences and what you're doing right now. So that's probably the biggest thing I've seen, is just that trust in themselves and trust in their team to do the right things right now. I can't hear you. Can you hear me? I still can't hear you.
I had muted myself.
There you are.
I didn't want to distract you. Now, just talking about future and really thinking about clarity and focus, what's the vision for your life as far into the future as you like to think about?
It's a big question. I love those big questions. My vision for life for me is just to find happiness and create happiness around me. That's truly, truly what drives me, is not settling, but being able to continually learn, continually help coach and mentor and help other people find that happiness, and just make a difference by sharing what I've learned and the experiences I've gone through to be able to help other people get there even faster than I did.
Nice. And just thinking about vision, really our goals and just our life, what does the word success mean to you?
Ooh, that's a good one, because it's so different for everyone. Success is so personal in what we think success is. To me, success is finding fulfillment in most everything that I do. Not everything. I'm not looking for perfection, but I want to be fulfilled in what I'm doing and feel like what I do is worthwhile. And to be able to find that success and that fulfillment while still feeling connected with those in my life, especially the 3 people the most important in my life, which is my husband and my 2 puppy dogs. I really want that balance, that true balance that everybody looks for.
Nice. Are you working on anything new, like a conference, a program, group openings, one-on-one openings, anything like that?
Right now, I use a tool in my coaching practice that I learned through, it's one of the top 10 corporate assessments that are out on the market right now. And I'm sure you've heard of like Myers-Briggs and DISC and Predictive Index. Those are like some of the top personality assessments that companies use to work with their leadership and build their benches for their upcoming leaders. One of the top 10s is actually different than the personality. It's an attitudinal assessment. So it's called the Energy Leadership Index Assessment, or the ELI. And what the ELI does is it shows you not your personality traits, but how you show up in different situations based off your default tendencies and your past experiences. So if you're in a stressful situation, that you've been in the past, you can kind of pinpoint it and figure out how you're going to react so you can evolve into how you want to present yourself.
That seems really powerful.
Yeah, no, I use it with every single client as our first coaching session because it's so impactful. And you can use it by itself. You don't even need to have it in succession. It gives you so much to work with and like the great sounding board of why you react, how you react, and gives you control over it. Where personality assessments, it just kind of tell people this is who you are. This allows you to figure out why you're reacting how you are and let you mold how you want to react differently in the future.
Nice.
Yeah.
And, just kind of thinking about that, where can they go to, I know you said it in your first session, you guys use that. Where can they go to either learn more about you or where can they go to connect with you further?
Well, you can connect with me on social media. I am on LinkedIn under Desiree Musselman, or I'm under Instagram and Facebook under Desired Effects Coaching. And there's also my website, which is desiredeffectscoaching.com. And you can learn more about the ELI. There's case studies. You can learn more about me.
Nice. For those watching or listening to it on audio podcast only, can you spell out your name?
Sure. My name is Desiree. It's Desiree. So it's desire with an extra E on the end. I'm Musselman. So it's muscle, Musselman. So muscle like the mollusk, not like the strong guy.
Yeah. I really appreciate your time today. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I really enjoy our conversations every time we talk.
Yeah, I know. It's really rewarding. Actually, can you talk about probably one more thing? What was it? It was something about any books that you're thinking about writing or any stories that you want to tell in the future?
Oh, I am not a fan of writing. I write developmental articles for my website that I share. And I do that weekly. And it's about leadership development, just things to help people with. But writing a book is not one of those joyful things that I want to do in my life. Not right now, maybe later.
Yeah, and then maybe for people, if they are going to learn more about you, they can go to your website and it has those articles as well?
It does. It has all the past articles, everything from stress management to leadership development, time management, a lot of tips and tricks and things that they can learn from it.
Nice.
I'm all about sharing.
For those watching, hopefully you enjoyed watching this as much as we enjoyed creating it. Now, feel free to hit that share button so other people can get some great value as well. And again, if you have not joined us inside of that community, please do so. It's very, very fun and, very mastermind kind of space where we come together and we really encourage each other every day. So if that's what you've been searching for and missing in your life, go on ahead and click on the links either above or below the video and just learn a little bit more about it. Now, hopefully you found this valuable. Have a great day. We're done recording. We'll talk to you soon in 3 and 2 and 1 and we're